Okay, I'm back. I'm back. Now, all day long, AT&T was doing fine. I have no idea why it said poor signal. Matter of fact, I have no idea why the enemy has been fighting me for the last hour or so to pull it together. But anyway, I'm here. Hopefully, we won't get kicked off. I do not own the rights to the music playing, no copyright infringement intended, but I do own the rights to all readings and all content of the poetry. Good afternoon, good afternoon, good evening, good evening. Glad to have you here. We are grateful, we are grateful, we are grateful. So some things are not working for me, but we're going to do some substitutions and get on with it in just a second. But anyone who would like, well, there you are. Okay, good evening, good afternoon, good evening. We're going to go ahead with what we're doing, and I hope it doesn't look too choppy or anything, because a lot of substitutions, okay? So bear with me a little bit. We're going to get started right in a moment. Share, tag others who might want to listen in tonight and who might want to hear it later, for days to come, for a long time. You can always go back. Maybe, just maybe, it will give you a little something to look forward to. I know I look forward to writing. When it is given, I try to write it. Sometimes I'm like, where am I going with this? But I just keep going. That's how the name came about, Flow Freely. I want you and everyone to flow freely in whatever you're doing in life. Whether it be writing or whatever gift or talent that you have, do it freely. It's a gift. That's why you can do it freely. So flow freely. Teach it, preach it, whatever you need to do that is given to you as a gift, let it flow freely. Don't hold back. It's for you to do, and it's to bless someone. Okay? It is to bless someone. So, we're going to find all our documents here. Nothing was charged up like it should have been. But anyway, here we are. Hope everybody's doing fine. And if you're not fine, we know a man who can make you all right. He can make you better than all right. He can make you perfect. He perfects us each and every day. Okay, I'm going to where I said I was going to start from tonight. I'm going to start with some gratitude. I had another one I was going to do first, but I'm going to start with some gratitude. Okay, here we go. I'm so grateful I can't even express it. If I could write about it, it would take many volumes. If I could sing about it, it would be a love song. If I could praise about it, I would leap high into the sky. If I tried to preach about it, the sermon would be too long. So I would just put it simply, I love you, God, and thanks for keeping me strong. Thank you for listening. We have to be grateful, don't we? We have to be grateful. Tag, share, and invite others. I know it's Friday night, but I know somebody wants to hear something soothing to their soul. All right, this one I don't really have a title, but it is a tribute to our past month where we celebrated Black History, which is something that we should be grateful for each and every single day. Every single day. Is not that we are against any other race. Let me make that clear. It's not anti anything. It is the fact that we deserve it. Our ancestors went through a lot, and now here we are looking back on what they were able to accomplish against all odds. Really, really, really against all odds. We're not there yet, but we're getting there. So this was a tribute to celebrate the month that we already had. The month we celebrate our heritage is over, but we still have a voice. We embrace the fact that we have a choice. Do we sit idly by and procrastinate, or do we become leaders and designate? Blessed are those who rise up, especially from the ashes. Sometimes it's a struggle, and many will endure clashes. But in all things we say thanks. God has selected us and assigned our ranks. Take your turn. Be a part of history. In the future, you would not be considered a mystery. Rise up. Rise up. Let me read that last part again because I messed that up. Blessed are those who rise up, especially from the ashes. Sometimes it's a struggle, and many will endure clashes. But in all things, we say thanks. God has selected us and assigned our ranks. Take your turn. Take your turn. Be a part of history. In the future, you will not be considered a mystery. Rise up. Rise up. Yes, we must all rise up to the occasion. We must all take a stand. Do what we do. Do our small thing, our large thing, whatever is given to us. We encourage you to keep doing that. And the poem we're going to end this one tonight with a poem that was published. It was the first poem that I had published in anything. We're going to save that one for the last. Okay, so I'm going to go over here. Let me make sure I have one. Okay, that must have was all on that one. Okay, all right. I almost forgot about this one. I found it in my disorganization. I found it. It's called We Need Trust. Trust is essential to all that makes the world go round. It is the key element that keeps relationships on solid ground. Trusting a friend is quite necessary. Betrayal marks the end of the friendship that no one expected to become the adversary. Who can you turn to share the joy as well as the pain? If trust is what you somehow can't explain, the message is very clear that more trust is needed today. It would keep love dominant, hope alive, and faith would not go astray. And then we could begin to do better ourselves. In this world, a foundation would be planted. Trust would reign superior, for no longer it would be taken for granted. We have to trust someone, but we have to make wise choices on who and what we trust. And of course, if you are a believer of God or you're just coming into faith, we know that the very first person we need to trust is God. After that, he'll show us who to trust. And I believe that he will lead and guide us all if we make wise choices. If we remember that without his leading or guiding, who can we trust? We don't know. We don't know. People change, People change, but that's another story. Amen? Amen. Okay, now let me show you how you can turn things around. I hope I'm not boring you guys with my little stories, but I have to have a lead in so I can, focus. But anyway, when I wrote this one, I don't know, I'm sure I was going through a kind of maybe lonely place. I was not fully committed. I was just there trying to do the best I could in life. Some things were good, some things were not. So I, out of my obvious depression, wrote a poem called Doubt. Imagine that, doubt. Now, I wanted to type it over and change the words, but I'm going to read it 2 times. The first time, I'm going to show you just how things can turn around. Maybe it turned around after I wrote this poem. Maybe I had to release this, and maybe after I wrote this, I was just fine. But this is a comparison to where we all may have been and where we are going. Now I'm going to change the main words after I read what I wrote in depression or anxiety, whatever was going on. Because we know if we're believers, even if we just positive people who not saved, whoever you are, wherever you are, doubt comes in, but we shouldn't have it. No one should have doubt. Okay, here we go. I doubt if I ever will do business on Wall Street. What stocks are up or which ones are down may not be my major concern. I doubt if I will sing on Broadway in an award-winning production. I doubt if my face will grace the cover of Time magazine. I doubt if I will ever sit on the Supreme Court and set precedent judgments. I doubt that I will reach plateaus as high, certainly not because I did not try. I do know without a doubt that I am climbing higher every day to reach the goals that I have set and will be determinant of my success. The world may never learn of my accomplishments, but within myself I know I will have attained my personal best. Okay, you get it? Okay. Had I been in faith, oh my. Had I been in faith, this is probably what would have been written. Because we all in faith now, right? We all have reached a level in our life where we believe. At least we should be there. If we're not there, we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. And I just want to help in my way, whatever I can do to bring us all to a new level of faith. So if we all were to write this over tonight, maybe being where we are, maybe where we're going, where we're learning and growing, this is what we should probably say. Okay, let's see how I'm going to rephrase this. Let's say, I will. Let's call this one, I will. Help me now. Help me now. Okay, help me out there. Remember, we were doubting on the first draft. Now we're going to change it to I will. It may get a little wordy, but let's go with it. Okay, let's see. I will do business on Wall Street. When stocks are up and down, which ones are not down may not be my major concern, but I will. I will sing on Broadway in an award-winning production. I will have my face on the cover of Time magazine. That was way back then. I will sit on the Supreme Court and set precedent judgments. Now that gets me right there, because we have the first female, the first African American who is coming to be confirmed on the Supreme Court. We will see that. Okay, let's go with the next one. I will reach plateaus as high, and it's not because I didn't try. Come on now. I will without a doubt know that I'm climbing higher every day. To reach the goals that I have set will be determinant of my success. The world will know of my accomplishments, but within myself, I know that God has helped me attain my personal best. Now, isn't that better? Isn't that more encouraging? Because I don't know what kind of place I was in when I wrote it, but to God be the glory, I'm out of that place, okay? But again, I may post it on Facebook so you can see the comparison. It was called doubt. But now, fast forward, we're not in doubt. Fast forward, we are in faith. Yes, we are in faith. So thank you for listening to my ramblings. But anyway, that's all for tonight except for the signature. I have one more signature one that I have to actually locate. But this probably was during a time when I was a little unsure, a time when maybe that love, I have not reached that love. You know, and you go through those periods of time when you don't know whether you ever have that person that you're dreaming of, okay? So obviously in this time in my life, I was seeking and searching for that love. And maybe I found them. Maybe I found it. Maybe that's why the poem ends the way that it does. But again, thank you all who are coming on. This is the last one for the evening as far as I know. And I may revisit one that we did a couple of weeks ago, and then I'll let you go. But this one is called The Shadow of Love. It's not a poem that's going to rhyme, so just pay attention to the way it's going to flow. To each life, a little rain must fall is what I was led to believe. But when the rain falls as a deluge of heartbreak, anger, and despair, it seems as if the sun would never shine. Into the darkness I plummet, tossing and turning in the howling winds of broken dreams. Dreams of the one who will bring the sun out once again. Searching high and low for the sun and wondering why is the sun so important. Suddenly, darkness turns into light. The clouds of heartbreak from love gone awry starts to condense. As the moisture rises, the sun turns into a rainbow of happiness. Life is beginning to have new meaning. Yes, this is why the sun is important. The clouds are gone now. There is a calm, peaceful glow. As I look up to the sky, the sun seems to motion for me to look downward. As I do, I see a patch on the ground. I realize it is in the form of a person, blinking, staring, concentrating on that patch. I see it is you, the shadow of love. Thank you. 1992. Lots of stuff, but 1992 is when I wrote this. So now I have my shadow of love, and I do pray that each and every one will have that kind of love, not just a relationship, but agape love, that unconditional love, that one that says you can mess up all you want, but I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to love you anyway. You don't have to love me back, but I'm going to love you. The shadow of love. Sometimes we're looking upward, and then sometimes we're looking all around for that perfect situation, not realizing that maybe right in front of you, right beside you, you never know. But may love find you, and may you find love tonight, and on and on and on until you have that perfect peace. We can have it. We can definitely have it. So, again, that's the one that's published in the National Library of Poetry. And I'm so glad that I actually found the book. Many poets have poems in it. And if you want to come take a look, if you're in my neighborhood and you want to look at some of the poems and whatnot, I encourage you to do so. I'm going to look to see if that organization still exists, because I would like to submit something, to be published. If they're still doing that, but I really need to find out. But anyway, that's really all I had for you tonight. I'm looking to see if it was one that maybe I need to revisit. Okay, come on, where is it? Okay, if not, here we go. One more. Let's do one more, if you guys are all right with that, and then we will sign off, and I will see you on Sunday at 3 p.m. for our regular service. But let's do Secret Love, okay? I don't see him, but he sees me. He loved me first when I didn't even know myself. He refuses to allow me to just sit on a shelf. I'm not jealous of the others. He said they are my sisters and my brothers. He accepts them in to be one of his own. Never does he toss them aside with a look of scorn. The kind of love lasts more than a day in my heart. His love will stay. He's a friend in whom you can depend. Rejoice in his love, and he will rejoice for you too. To him, you're more than his babe or boo. He's more willing to go the extra mile. Just his name alone should make you smile. Call on him and stay a while in his presence. In case you don't know who this secret love is, his name is Jesus. Whatever you call him, he's making a way. His love is always, not just for a day. Thank you for listening, and we do really, really appreciate it. You know, we all have days when we want to feel accomplished, and this was one of those days where I was busy, and then when I was not busy, then, the feelings came in. I was like, not today, not today. I have something to do. I have something to look forward to. There are people, somebody out there needs something that I may say tonight. So I am so grateful. Remember to tag, share, and invite others to listen now, others to go and to the page, Flow Freely Poetry on Facebook. Go to that page, and you can even post a poem of your own, clean version. Post a poem if you got a poem or story. Let's create this community, this atmosphere together. And I will be having an in-person poetry slam in the very near future. Maybe April or May, I'm not sure yet. I'm going to check some schedules. And I want us to all come together, those who are lovers of literature, those who want to learn literature and literary works and all that kind of stuff. And this is the will of God concerning me. I know it is because, as you can tell, I don't have a mega church. And many times I say, God, where's the people? He reminded me the other day that we are the church. We are the people. And in order to win a soul or just turn somebody's life around, get them out of slump of depression, whatever they're going through, there are many ways that we can do that. We can point them to where they need to be. So he gave me poetry because he knew he was not going to fill my church. Okay? So I'm all right with that. Y'all all right with that? Yeah, we have to be all right. It's his will concerning us, concerning you, and concerning me. Thank you all so much for listening. And some of these will be posted, but I'm still working on that book. The only thing I have to do now is organize it, put it in pages and stuff like that. That's what I got to do. I got to focus and do it because I want to have it done by April 29th, which I will be turning 65. Yes, I'll be turning 65. So in the meantime, we're going to get ready. We're going to walk this thing out together. So you all be encouraged. Remember, God loves you. We love you too. And we thank you again for watching. Good night.